As soon as the woman opened the gate, the guard pushed her and stepped inside. The woman asked in surprise, "Who are you?" Then the other woman looked at the guard and said, "You can leave now." The woman looked at her carefully for a few moments and asked, "Are you Bailey?" The other woman said, "Yes, I'm Bailey, but who are you?" Just then, Butler suddenly arrived and heard their entire conversation. The woman said, "I'm Butler's ex-girlfriend. You can take all the money on this table, but in return you have to leave your husband. If I had not gone abroad to study, Butler would be with me today, not you." Bailey said, "Butler, and I also have a daughter." The woman said, "Don't worry, I'll send her abroad to study." Bailey said, "Okay, but before you leave, I need to tell you something." Bailey said, "Give Butler his medicine on time. He gets very hungry, so make sure you feed him on time." The woman said, "Why are you telling me all this?" Bailey said, "Aren't these the things a maid should do?" The woman said in surprise, "Oh, so all these years you weren't living as a wife. You were living as a maid." The woman said, "Butler didn't marry you for love. He married you to make you his maid, and yes, even after Butler and I get married, you can stay here as a maid." Bailey said, "How can you speak so cruelly?" The woman said, "If you hadn't come between us, Butler would be mine today. If I were you, I would take the money and leave this place forever." Then Butler said, "Ellie, I told you to leave." Ellie said, "We have known each other since childhood, so why did you leave me and marry her?" Butler said, "If I were still the poor man living in that hut, who didn't even have enough money for food, maybe you would never have accepted me." Butler said, "I admit that you are a girl from a very rich family, but after meeting Bailey, I understood what true love means. That's why I will never love anyone other than Bailey in my life." The woman said, "Butler, you are so successful and respected. You should have a rich and beautiful girl like me by your side, not some ordinary girl from a village." Butler said, "Why are you so proud of your money? When my wife gets dressed and comes out, you'll understand how much more beautiful she looks than you." Then Butler said, "Bailey, I brought new clothes for you. Put them on and come out." Bailey said, "Okay." The woman said, "Do you really think she will look good in those clothes? No matter how much a village woman dresses up, she can never have the status of a woman from a rich family." Then Bailey came out dressed up in front of Butler. The woman's eyes went wide when she saw her. Butler said, "Bailey was the only one who stood by me during my difficult times, but you left me at that time." The woman said, "Butler, you chose her, didn't you? But don't forget my power. My family has very strong connections. If I want, I can take your entire business away from you in just a few minutes." Butler said, "Do whatever you want, but you have no place in this house anymore. Please leave. Now, tell me, did this man do the right thing or the wrong thing to that woman? Answer yes or no."